In our Sunrise Smart Start, the 18-year-old accused of killing 10 people in a racially motivated attack at a Top supermarket in Buffalo is due to be arraigned later today. This after a grand jury handing down a 25-count indictment against him yesterday. The charges include murder, attempted murder, hate crime, and weapons possession. It comes as the Tops, where that shooting took place, is gearing up for a potential reopening.
I think it is absolutely the right decision to reopen that supermarket as quickly as possible.
Y'all need to tear this down and put y'all money funded to another store that represents all these people whose lives that matter and the ones who died.
In a statement, Top says they're hoping to have a clearer timeline for a reopening in the coming weeks. In the meantime, the chain's engineers and construction management team is working with local contractors and equipment suppliers. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, another community in mourning after a mass shooting, this time on a hospital campus in Tulsa. At least 4 people killed and multiple people wounded yesterday. The gunman dead as well. Officials are still looking for a motive in this shooting. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Police swarmed the St. Francis Health System campus in Tulsa, Oklahoma Wednesday afternoon following reports of a gunman.
The officers that did arrive were hearing shots in the building, and that's what directed them to the second floor.
Authorities say the shooter died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but not before he killed 4 people.
He had 1 long gun, a rifle, and 1 handgun.
Police arrived on scene just 3 minutes after the 911 call.
I also want to express our community's profound gratitude for the broad range of first responders who did not hesitate.
For those on the campus, they say it drew an instant reminder of last week's school shooting in Uvalde, Texas.
It's like, what's going on, with the world these days,
It's the doctor's office, you really can't go nowhere no more. That was something that happened, and it's just crazy.
Kevin Forrestal's wife was in the building for a procedure.
And of course, as vast as that complex is, the first thought you're going to have is, oh my God, is it where she is or is it somewhere else? But luckily, in this case, she was safe.
So far this year, there have been a dozen shootings in the U.S. where 4 or more people have been killed. That's according to a database from the Associated Press, USA Today, and Northeastern University. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Well, the office where that shooting took place will be closed. Officials have not identified the gunman or the victims in Tulsa. Well, there is work in Washington on gun legislation after 2 weeks of mass shootings. Lawmakers there say it's vital for a bipartisan bill to receive approval. Basil John, live in D.C. this morning with us with more on this. Basil, good morning to you. It's an uphill battle in the Senate trying to get consensus on a bill. What are we learning about what's being brought to the floor there?
Well, Mark, good morning. And yes, right now, even though senators are back in their home states, that's not stopping the talks between Democrats and Republicans on this gun legislation. So you have this group of Democrats and Republicans, that's 5 Democrats and 4 Republicans. They did a Zoom call on Tuesday and on Wednesday as well. And that was to discuss what do they want to include in this legislation. So for Republicans specifically, they're looking more so at things like mental health resources and also allowing for more protection within schools. And meanwhile, you have Democrats who are looking at things like red flag laws and expanded background checks. So right now, the prioritization for both parties is try and get as much as they can to agree onto that piece of paper and get it to the Senate floor.
Basil, you're in Washington. You have a finger on the pulse there. What is your sense on the possibility of a compromise?
Well, there certainly is quite the possibility, but that's only if you're going with the version of the bipartisan bill that's coming out from the Senate. Now, the House Judiciary Committee, they're actually meeting today, and they're consulting and looking over their Protecting Our Kids Act. That looks into the possibility of also raising the age to purchase a gun, but the chances of that receiving bipartisan support is very slim. So you're looking at the Senate with this bill that they're currently working on between these Democrats and Republicans in this small knit group. And ideally, you just want to reach that 60 vote threshold. As long as you can get at least a few more Republicans to agree on this, it doesn't matter if you have 10, 15, 20, 25 senators who end up standing against it, because as long as you crack that 60, that's the golden number, and your bill will pass in the Senate.
Like you, we are watching it closely. Basil, thank you for the live update from Washington. We appreciate it. All right, let's pivot now to the forecast. James Gilbert with us. James, better news on this Thursday. Wednesday was a washout.
Yeah, it was certainly some moderate to heavy rain. Thunderstorms mixed in there as well, and really it was just tough to get outside if you wanted any dry time later in the day. But today we've got plenty of dry time for you. Numbers here starting off in the 50s. We'll finish in the upper 60s and low 70s. Sunrise well over an hour ago. There's your hour-by-hour forecast. You know, we're going mostly cloudy, but I think it's call it filtered sun. Those clouds are relatively thin. Only chance will be an isolated shower late in the day. We'll do a bus stop forecast and a glance at that all-important weekend forecast at the end of the show. Mark?
James, thank you. Still light volume on the roads at this hour of the morning with our sunrise traffic. No accidents to report on 390, 490, or 590. Again, we will keep you updated throughout the morning. Well, there will be an increased police presence at Brockport High School today after threatening graffiti was discovered in the school. According to a message sent to parents, it was found in a girl's bathroom. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office investigating, finding the threat to be non-credible. Additional police will be there today out of an abundance of caution. It comes after potentially threatening graffiti was also discovered inside a bathroom at Penfield High School earlier this week. The Rochester City School District students and leaders taking part in a community symposium yesterday saying violence in and out of schools must get urgent attention. The county sheriff, Monroe County Sheriff, District Attorney, Board of Ed, and Rochester Police all there. Students say they want to feel secure in the classroom, but they do not want police stationed in their hallways.
I got friends, you know, that got hurt, you know, and stuff like that, but it's just, it's bad that it's normal, but it's normal. It's like an everyday thing. Like when I go to school, it's like we guaranteed a fight. We guaranteed a security guard getting beat up. Like, it's just normal now. Like, I'm numb to it now.
I would feel safer in school if we had more SSOs, you know, people that actually, you know, security that actually want to come and do their job, you know, build that bond, you know, not just come for the money, but to come for the bond of the kids.
Participants vowing to continue this conversation. Another opportunity today at a district workshop on school safety. The superintendent and assistant principal in the Hornell School District have been indicted on charges of misconduct and child endangerment. Superintendent Jeremy Pallotti is facing 2 counts of misconduct after an investigation into his handling of parent complaints. He is also accused of using taxpayer money to pay the school district's lawyer for personal matters. Assistant Principal Eli Marcus was indicted on 10 counts of endangering the welfare of a child after allegedly acting in a way that was, quote, likely to be injurious to the physical, mental, or moral welfare of 10 different children. Pallotti and Marcus will be arraigned in the Steuben County Court at a later date. The school district declined comment. A number of local Democratic leaders and organizers calling for a controversial conservative conference plan for the area to be canceled. The Reawaken America tour is set to take place at the Main Street Armory in Rochester this August. Those pushing against the event call it a far-right effort to spread misinformation. The organizer says the tour is a response to the annual World Economic Forum held in Davos, Switzerland. An online petition to cancel the event has more than 200 signatures.
I received an influx of calls from community members about this tour, what it represents to them, and I'll tell you that there's a sense of panic that's happening in this community.
Well, I think that I'm trying to save America from the Great Reset agenda, and unfortunately a lot of politicians are being used to implement it, both Republicans and Democrats.
Well, we reached out to the Main Street Armory for comment. We have yet to hear back. All right, now something to look forward to this morning. 2 popular festivals coming up this weekend. That includes the Rochester Greek Festival, which will kick off later this morning. Eriquetta Cost live with what we can expect this year. Eriquetta, good morning.
Good morning. That's right. It starts at 11 a.m. and it's really been almost 3 years since a full-scale Greek fest. Last year it was pretty much a drive-through, and I remember speaking to the organizer then, who said he just couldn't wait for the day they could bring it back in person, no protocols. And here we are getting ready to kick it off. This will be at the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church on East Ave. Admission is free, and funds for the food will go towards community charities. Returning this year with the festival are artwork vendors, dancing and music, and also happening this weekend, Fairport Canal Days. That will kick off tomorrow with a chicken barbecue event. This year they're featuring food, live music, and artwork as well. And also returning with that comes the Canal Nights. After vendors wind down, that's an opportunity for you to hang around and catch some more live music. I'll be speaking with some of these organizers this morning about preparations, so be sure to stay tuned with News 8 for those details if you are planning to head out this weekend. In Rochester, Erica Cost, News 8.
Erica, thank you. And more information about the festivals and parking for those festivals can be found at rochesterfirst.com. Time now for a look at the GRE Morning Business Report as tax breaks take effect here in New York for soaring gas prices. Nationally, prices could reach $5 by mid-June. That according to Gas Buddy, which tracks fuel costs across the nation. Here's what some folks will be talking about at the water cooler this morning. It is Game 1 coming up tonight of the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics taking on the Golden State Warriors. This will be at the Chase Center out in California. For the Celtics, it is their first trip to the finals since 2010. For the Warriors, their 6th appearance in the last 8 years. They have won 3 titles over that span. This is a highly anticipated matchup in the Gruba household.
Yeah.
Perhaps in some others as well.
Yeah, sure. Love Steph Curry, but I don't know. Just California versus East Coast. You know, I think I'm going to go for Boston here.
I'm good with the Celts on this one, although I do enjoy watching the Warriors play as well.
Yes, right.
I think it's going to be a great series.
Yeah.
And I hopefully it goes 7 games.
I'm a Knicks fan, so
yes. You're ambivalent.
Watching from afar, certainly. Cheering for everybody to have fun.
There you go.
How about that?
Hey, I think that's something we can all cheer for on this Thursday.
Definitely. Temperatures today, nice, easy 60s and low 70s. For the bus stop. We're starting off on the cooler side, but we'll warm up pretty quickly. And cool, that's the word we'll use, kind of a trend for the 8-day forecast. If you're looking, so much going on this weekend, know that Friday's a good-looking day, mostly sunny skies, low 70s. We cool down. That 50 degrees to start off Saturday morning, that could be in the 40s for many, and we're stuck in the 60s. Mostly sunny skies. Good news is really barely any rain chances as we get through Sunday.
Good news indeed. James, a good place to leave it this morning as well.
Yeah.
That's it for us. Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great Thursday.